So, what's the real secret to unlocking peak athletic performance? Is it just raw, natural talent, something you're born with? Or is there a blueprint that separates the good from the truly great? Well, it's not just talent. It's about having a plan, a blueprint for building an elite athlete from the ground up. And in this explainer, we're going to walk you through that blueprint, step by step. Hey everyone, and welcome to Subjects Simplified. Today, we're diving deep into the 6 core fitness training methods that are the foundation of any serious athletic program. So whether you're studying for your BTech sport course or you just want to train smarter, this is the stuff you absolutely need to know. Let's get started. All right, here's our roadmap. We're going to start by building the body's engine with aerobic endurance. Then we'll add the chassis with both strength and muscular endurance. After that, we'll lock in the foundation with core stability and flexibility. And finally, we'll unleash all that power with speed training. First up, aerobic endurance training. Seriously, you have to think of this as building the fundamental engine for any athlete. It's the absolute base that everything else is built on. So at its core, aerobic endurance is all about efficiency. It's about how well your heart and your lungs can shuttle oxygen and nutrients to your muscles over a long, sustained period. The classic example, a marathon runner. Their entire performance basically hinges on this one single quality. Okay, so how do we train this engine? Well, there are 4 main ways. You've got continuous training, which is your classic long, steady cardio. Then there's Fartlek, which is a Swedish word that means speed play. You're just mixing up the intensity. Interval training pushes you with hard bursts of work followed by rest. And finally, circuit training, which keeps your heart rate soaring by moving through a bunch of different exercises. You can do this stuff anywhere, whether it's out on the trails or in a fully stocked gym. So you've built your engine, but what about the chassis? You need a frame that can handle all that power, right? Well, that's where pure strength comes in. Now, muscular strength isn't about how long you can go. It's all about one thing: how much force you can produce in a single, all-out, maximal effort. The perfect example? A power lifter pulling a 1-rep max deadlift. That right there is pure, unadulterated strength. Okay, this is a really critical distinction you need to get for your exams. Training for strength is all about low reps and heavy weight with plenty of rest between sets. Training for endurance is the complete opposite: high reps, lighter weight, and very short rests. It's a fundamental principle. You train for what you want to improve. A classic way to build that max strength is by using pyramid sets. You start off light with higher reps, and then with each set you increase the weight and drop the reps until you hit your peak. Then you work your way back down. This method, which you'd typically use with free weights or resistance machines, is fantastic for building maximal force. Maximum force is one thing, but what about sustaining that effort over and over again? That's where muscular endurance comes in. Muscular endurance is really just your muscles' ability to resist fatigue. It's about performing repeated contractions against a moderate load for a period of time. Imagine a rower in a 2,000-meter race. Their muscles have to keep firing powerfully, stroke after stroke, for that entire race. That is muscular endurance in action. Now, the toolkit for muscular endurance is pretty versatile. Circuit training is a go-to, as are fixed resistance machines and free weights. But just remember that principle: high reps, lower weight. And hey, don't overlook simple tools like resistance bands. They are incredibly effective for building that sustained strength. Now, let's talk about the unsung hero of athletic performance: core stability. I want you to think of this as the foundation of the entire structure. It's that crucial link between your upper and lower body, and it's absolutely essential for athletes like gymnasts who need total control. The principle here is really simple. A strong core creates a stable platform. When your torso is solid, power can be transferred efficiently from your legs right up through to your arms. Without it, you're just leaking energy and power with every move you make. And there are so many ways to build a strong core. Practices like Pilates and yoga are fantastic for developing that deep control. You've also got your classic gym exercises like the plank, the bridge, and the V-sit. And you can use all sorts of equipment like kettlebells, stability balls, and resistance bands to add a dynamic challenge to your routine. Okay, so we've got an engine, a chassis, and a solid foundation. But all that power is pretty limited if you can't move freely. That brings us to flexibility training, which is what unlocks an athlete's full range of motion. Flexibility is simply about being able to move your joints fluidly through their complete range of motion. And this isn't just about performance. It's absolutely critical for preventing injuries. This covers maintenance stretching to keep your current range, developmental stretching to increase it, and dynamic warm-ups to prep your body for whatever activity is coming up.
There are a few key ways to approach this. Static stretching is where you just hold a position, either on your own or with some help from a partner or a band. Then there's a more advanced technique called PNF, which uses this contract then relax sequence to kind of trick the muscle into a deeper stretch. A little word of advice on that one: choose your partner carefully. Your hamstrings will thank you.
All right, let's get to our final component, speed. This is the element that turns all of that potential into thrilling performance. It's obviously essential for sprinters, but really it's crucial for nearly every team sport athlete who needs to make a quick, explosive burst. The definition itself is straightforward, but the training has to be really precise. The principles of speed training involve working at very high intensities, often near your maximum heart rate. And, this is the critical part, taking full recovery periods between sets to make sure every single rep is performed at top quality. The toolbox for building speed is all about progressive overload. You start with fundamental drills like acceleration sprints, then you start adding resistance to force a greater power output. This could be as simple as running hills, or you can use specialized tools like parachutes, sleds, and bungee ropes to really increase the demand. You know, the key takeaway from all of this is that these 6 methods aren't a menu you can just choose from. They're all interlocking pieces of a giant puzzle. A truly complete athlete integrates all of them. The secret isn't mastering just one. It's about balancing all 6 to perfectly fit your specific goals. So the blueprint is in your hands. The question isn't which method is best, but how will you combine them to build your ultimate athlete? If you found this breakdown helpful for your studies, please do us a solid and hit like and subscribe to Subject Simplified. Thanks for watching.